So how to create videos to make people do business with you, or in other words, how to create videos that will help you grow your business. So I'm originally from Paris, France, and when I looked for a picture of Paris, this is what came up. So not that one, but this one, which is the reason why once in a while I'll put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Now you know, you've been warned. But I've been living in West Palm Beach with my family and my beautiful daughter in the back of the room for the last 30 years. So according to them now, I'm American. We have a lot of content. So I have, literally 100 slides. Most of them are just pictures like that. So I'm going to go through them a lot. Very quickly, you're going to get a copy of the deck. We're going to be talking about the myth and bad habits with video marketing. We're going to talk about the equipment you need to get started, the videos you need for your business, the content research and scripting, how do you actually do that. Some case studies are going to be interesting, framing and lighting when you do video marketing, and how to grow and promote, and a couple of editing tips. So let's get started. First, let me give you the context with video marketing. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. The number one search engine is Google. The number two is YouTube. It's massive. A lot of people don't know that, but it's a massive search engine. Facebook is predicting that by 2020, all the content on their platform will be video and will be consumed on a mobile device. Let me say that again. All the content will be videos by 2020. Now you can check your phone, but it's about 18 months from now. And Cisco is predicting that by 2019, that is like 8 months from now, 80% of all consumer traffic on the internet will be videos. 80%. So in other words, if you don't get started with video marketing, you're going to be left behind your competition. So I have a good news and a bad news. And if you're like me, I like the bad news first. So here's the bad news. You are a multimedia company, whether you like it or not. You are a media company. That's the bad news, right? A lot of you says, I didn't sign up for that. Well, here's the thing what the market is telling you. Too bad. You are a media company. But I have a good news. You ready for the good news? Yes. You're a media company. It's never been easier to produce media than it is today. I can see around the room, some of you have been in business for a little bit over a couple of years, right? We didn't have none of this stuff 15 years ago. Yeah, I started my first business in 1995. We had a business card, a brochure, a Coke, and a smile. That was it, right? That's all we had. And now you have that Twitter and Snapchat and YouTube and all this stuff. Well, that's how the game is played now. So let's talk about myth and bad habits. I have one myth, and the first myth is your video has to be 2 minutes. Actually, one of the things that I've heard is 2 minutes and 47 seconds. And that's a lie. It's not true. And the reason why I know it's not true is because 35 million people watched the Simon Sinek video about Start With Why, and that's an 18 minutes and 3 seconds. And every single one of you has watched every second of it. Maybe watched it twice. So if the 2 minute was true, you would have stopped at 2 minutes. So the truth is, if it's boring, you'll watch 30 seconds of it. And if it's great, you'll watch 30 minutes. So the 2 minutes is a complete myth. It's baloney. The bad habit that I see people do is to say, okay, great, I got it. We're going to do video marketing. And they shoot a commercial. That's just the last thing we want to see. Who wants to watch a commercial? Nobody. Nobody wants to watch a commercial. We zip through them. We have this device now at home where we record our show and we zip through the commercials. Don't shoot a commercial. That's not what people want to do. Even if a video marketer comes to you and say, we're going to do a commercial, resist the temptation. Don't do it. So creating videos, and when people get started, I hear this a lot. My biggest fears. I don't have the time. I don't know how. And the last one, which is one I get a lot, is I don't like the way I look. So unfortunately, you're not as handsome and good looking as I am. Right? I know, like a bald French guy with a pot belly and an accent. I know you don't have that going for you. But trust me, if I can pull it off and do videos, so can you. you know, get over that. I mean, it's just, I know it's a hump and it's like people get stuck with it, but don't worry about it. Nobody really cares. But your biggest rewards with video marketing is increased visibility, increased credibility, and more business, which means cash flow for you, more leads. So get started. Allow yourself to suck for a while. It's okay. You know, the first time you do a sport, you're not the best at it. You got to try it. This is my first video 4 years ago. Look at this beauty. I did it with a flip cam, with a Logitech and everything. It was absolutely awful. But I just pushed myself, went through it, and I've learned a lot, which is what this presentation is going to be about. So you don't have to do some of the mistakes I've done and produce some videos like that. So let's talk about the equipment you need. Let's talk about the economy package. So last Christmas, my wife told me, I want to get started with video marketing and I want you to help me get some equipment. And my wife is technology phobic. She thinks her computer is after her, right? So she just wants something super easy, super simple. I don't want anything complicated, and I don't want you to help me. I want to do it on my own. I want to be independent. I don't want, you know-it-all husband to breathe around my, around me and just tell me that. So this is what I bought for her. 2 lavaliers microphone, corded microphone. So it's assuming that you can use your phone, obviously. Every single one of you has an amazing piece of equipment in your pocket that shoots some great videos. If you have a Samsung 6, 7, 8, it's awesome. The iPhone 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, where are we now? 12, 13, whatever number you've got. These phones are absolutely amazing. I have done full-length video documentaries on my phone. It's amazing quality. 2 corded microphone. Why 2? Because if you do an interview, and then you just get the little thing there, the Y connector. It's actually called the Y connector, right? You get yourself a tripod, an LED light, and the iClip. The iClip is great because it clips to anything, right? And then you're hands-free. And that is a whopping $148. So for $148, you can have all that equipment in your hands, buy all this stuff on Amazon and be ready to go next week. And if you want to go and elevate this and just get a little bit more professional equipment, you're just going to get yourself a DSLR camera. The 70D now, they're running with the 80D. That camera, you can actually buy a bundle like this for $1,500 at Costco. They'll give it to you with a bag and a couple of lenses, a professional tripod, a green light backdrop, some professional lights, and some professional microphone lavaliers and a handheld device. And that will cost you about $3,000 to $4,000. So the cost of entry is not huge. You can start with some very basic equipment and get started and do it on your own. So here are the 5 types of videos you need to do. Those are the 5 types of video that any business should do. The first one is the how-to. We can't get enough of how-to videos. Who has watched a how-to videos in the last 7 days? The last 30 days? Everybody. We can't get enough of them. That's what we want. I'm sure there is one on how to do brain surgery on YouTube. There's got to be one. So how-to videos. How-to videos is really the types of videos you need to do. The second one is the FAQ, also referred to as the 80% videos. The 80% referring to the 80% of questions you keep getting over and over and over again. They always ask you the same question. Each one of them needs to have video. What these videos do for you is they help the sales process, because you can send them to your prospects and events and say, we've created a library of videos, just go and watch them. So the next time you're actually on a sales call and talking to them, you don't have to answer all those questions that they keep on asking you over and over again. You can get down to business and talking about what's important. And I don't know what these FAQs are for you, but I can bet you that every single time they want to know the same stuff. Create an FAQ video. Now the next one is the products and services. You need to have a video per product or service on your website. Every single landing page needs to have a video. It is going to do wonders for your SEO. And the reason why is because if you have your competitor's page with blah, blah, blah words and a boring picture, and there is your web page with blah, 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 boring text and boring pictures, but there is a video, they're going to stay on your page for about a minute. And they're going to stay on your competition for 5 seconds. So all of a sudden, you've multiplied by 10 the length of time that people are standing on your landing page just because you have a video. So these are absolutely super important. By the way, again, this is not a commercial. You're just describing what the product or service is. Don't do a commercial. Nobody wants to see a commercial. Be authentic. This is what we do. This is what it is. This is what, this is what you can expect, and this is the resolution you're going to get. Now, the next one is what we are a best fit for. This is one of the best video you can do for your business. Is take away all the people that are not a good fit for you. And you spend a lot of time with people that are not a good fit. Then create a video that is, here is who we are, here is what we do, and here is who we are a good fit for. That video should take about a couple of minutes, and it's going to avoid you wasting time with people that are not a good fit for you. They're wasting your time. If you do the inventory, you know that you're spending a lot of time on those people that you're not a good fit for. Just create a video. This is who we are. This is what we do. This is what our product, this is ideal customer. This is what they look like. This is an amazing video. Should be on your homepage. And the last one is the video in the signature. Who sends at least 50 emails per day? Come on, every single one of you. Right, who has a team of at least 10 people that sends at least 50? That's 500 emails every day that are going out. Every single time you're missing the opportunity to put a video in your email that actually talks. It could be a bio video. That actually is really the great thing, is just have a bio video. Hi, I'm Antoine. I'm the CEO of the company. I specialize in digital marketing. I'm originally from Paris, France. And what matters to me is generating leads for your company. That's it. Doesn't have to say more than that. Right? Just a quick video. Or you could have the latest video in video marketing. This is a video marketing video I've done. So I'm promoting it, and I'm asking all my staff to have that in their signature. And there's a disclaimer in the bottom, which is nonsensical, by the way. Right? It says that none of the ideas expressed above are actually mine. They were told by me by Luther and Ferdinand, the 5-inch tall space aliens. I have a couple of people that are telling me that, I read it, and this was really a silly thing. But the point is, right? It's nonsense. But that's the bio in the email. So those are the 5 types of videos. Did I say you needed to do a commercial? Don't do a commercial. That's the 5 types of videos. All right, so let's talk about content and research, because a lot of time when I talk to business owners, they're like, okay, this is all great, but now I need to know about where to get all this content and what do I need to do, and I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to get this. I'm going to give you the secret sauce, the secret recipe. So the first thing is this website, which is called answerthepublic.com. Answerthepublic.com. And you're going to get this goofy guy is going to look at you. It's actually animated, and he's looking at you like, come on, get started already. And you put your keyword in that box. Any keyword. And that, for this test, I put chiropractic. That's the keyword. You can put commercial printing. Whatever it is. Digital signature. Right? And then you should get questions. And the next slide you're going to get is you're going to get this. All the how, all the are, all the why, the when, the what, the who, the which, the where, the can, that people are asking on Google. They're all there. There is more content here that you can produce videos in your lifetime. This is one keyword. So this is how it looks closer. Right? How chiropractic helps neck pain. Do you think if you're a chiropractor you should do a video about that? People are asking. Answerthepublic.com. This is amazing. You can do that for 5, 6, 7 keywords, and you will get more how-to videos and what videos and why videos that you can actually do in your lifetime. It's an absolute. This is a treasure trove. I saw this, found this website about a year ago, and it just completely floored me. Now the next thing is actually Google. Those are the tools that you actually use every day. You just go to Google and you just type how right before your keyword. So in that instance, I put cosmetic dentistry. So how cosmetic dentistry? And what I'm getting there is like, one of the first questions people are asking is, how much does cosmetic dentistry cost? Do you think that that's a great title for a video? I think so. People asking about it. And then I take that and I go and put it in YouTube. And now in YouTube, this is the results that I'm getting. And what I'm looking at is I'm just going to click on the first 10 videos, I'm going to watch them, and I'm going to determine whether I can make a better video. And I will say that 99% of the time I'm like, oh yes. Yes, I can do much better than this, because some of these videos, sometimes I've been there for 5 years, and they're just like my initial video. They're awful. So your job is to, because now you've had that workshop, you're going to know exactly how to do it and do it great, so just go make a better video. Now, preparation and scripting when you're preparing yourself. Here's what you need to think of when you're thinking of producing a video. You need to identify the pain. What is the pain? What is the challenge? What is the issue that people are dealing with, right? Relating to your specific keyword. So I don't know what it is for commercial printing or digital signature, but what is the pain? What is in the background? What are they dealing with? Just tell them how you fix that and the resolution they will have at the end. That's all you need to say. And you start your videos with the APP method. Now the APP method starts with A, agree, P, promise, and the last P, preview. Agree, promise, and preview. So the agree, start with your video with, I am sure you would agree that. Just get an agreement. I am sure you would agree that it's annoying when you arrive in a hotel and you don't have your room ready. Now you have my attention. I would say, yeah, I agree with that. Right? It's just, that's how you start. This is how you keep people engaged. Just get them to agree, or just set that this is, I understand this pain. This is not something you enjoy. This is something you have. And then you go into promise. But what if I told you that there is a way to ensure that your room is always ready when you arrive in the hotel? And then the preview. In this video, I am going to show you the 3 ways, the 3 steps, the 3 tips, the 3 methods you can apply to make sure that your hotel room is always ready. However you apply this to your business. Does that make sense? Everybody's with me? Now what you've done with that video by starting with this method, by the way, this is the golden standard. If you look at any YouTuber, you're going to find out, like people that are doing how-to, this is the method, and you're going to say, oh, that's the APP method. That's what it's doing. What you're doing there is you're telling the person watching your video, this is what's in it for you. The reason why you click out of a video within 30 to 45 seconds is because you have an idiot in front of you that's rambling on. Stop rambling. Just say, this is what the problem is, right? In this video, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to solve that problem for you, and I'm going to give you the 3 steps on how to fix that problem. 3 step, 5 step, 10 steps, whatever it is, then you're going to tell them, and people are going to say, okay, got it. Now I'm in. I'm in for the ride. They're going to watch the video. Does that make sense? All right, cool. Now, finish your videos by call to action. Now, oftentimes people don't ask for the call to action, but ask people to like your video. Ask them for a call to action. Ask them to subscribe. Ask them to share the video. If you have a friend that may enjoy this video, please share it. If you like this video, please like it. Just ask. The simple fact of asking, you're actually going to get people liking and subscribing to your channel. Or sharing it, which is really what we want. Right? You could also tell them, it says, if you need more information, please give me a call at that number, but have a call to action when you finish your videos. Now, the rule in video, there's nothing, nobody that's the natural at it. I have never seen anyone that's like comes out of, of a session and say, okay, I'm ready to go. I know everything I need to know about video. It's not true. It's rehearsing. Write a script, write what you're going to say, do a table read it out loud to someone, rehearse it a couple of times, and then just go and shoot the video. It's just not going to come out naturally like that. You're not going to, have that. So just rehearse. Right? You can get a free copy of a script template if you text your email to this number. So this is a Google Voice number. This is my number, okay? This is not going into a database, because I know you guys are into security and IT, and the guy says, don't share anything. This is a Google Voice number. If you send me your email, I will send you a template. I didn't have a way for me to distribute it there, right? I'm not going to spam you or anything. This comes directly to me. So the phone number is 561-285-2967. And I'll send you a template of a script you can use. All you have to do is put your APP method, and then the text in there just kind of formats it for you. Now, let me give you a couple of case studies that illustrate what we just talked about. Now, this one is a video I produced about 4 years ago. I arrived early to an appointment, and we had just had the daylight saving, and I had to change, like the clock was off by 1 hour. And you know, like when you start, it's just annoying because you have to press 3 buttons, press the pedal, turn the steering wheel, and you're like, why can't they make this easy with a button? And I'm just annoyed. So I get the manual, and I figure it out. Okay, I got to do this, I do that. Okay, got it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to record a video so I remember in 6 months how to do it. Take the video, what I'm going to do with it, I've just put it on my YouTube channel. I come back 6 months later, I got 30,000 views and 23 comments, all of them saying, thanks, my clock has been wrong on my minivan for the last month. I'm like, it's just amazing. So by the way, this was when I did that screenshot. I just checked yesterday on my way here. It's 36,000 views now for a 30-second video, how to change the clock on the minivan. It's a how-to. This was a very interesting one. This is a frame shop in Miami. Now, they're an industrial framing shop. If you've been in a hotel in South Beach in the Caribbean on a cruise ship, chances are that the picture frame in your hotel room was done by them, right? They have 30 people. They do frames by the thousand. And I've been telling them, I says, we need to do a how-to video. We absolutely need to do a how-to, and there's step-by-step how to face mount to acrylic. You take a large picture, it was a 3x6 picture, and then you have all kinds of process, and it ends up on acrylic. You see the picture through the acrylic. Needs 2 very expensive machines to do it, so the chances of you and I being able to reproduce that are zil. It's not going to happen, right? But she said, why do you want to do that? I'm like, trust me. People love this stuff. They want to know how it's made. So it's like, okay, fine. The process takes an entire day, by the way. Okay, just printing the picture was like 45 minutes, right? So it just takes a long time. We produce the video. We go, there she goes. She narrates the thing. We put it on Facebook. 3,600 views. Organic. And a lot of the comments there were people saying, wow, I didn't realize how complex this was. That piece, the 3x6, is $1,000 a pop. How do you think that does to their sales? You know, if someone's got to spend $1,000 on an acrylic and looks at it, it's like, wow, it's a picture, it's a poster behind a piece of plastic. Do you know what I mean? So, and 5 people shared it. It's how to, you know, it's nonsensical, but it just that people liked it. They watched the video, they're like, oh, that was really cool. This is a law firm in Fort Lauderdale. They are in a debt collection. They provide debt collection for large corporation, and they help them, you know, collect money that people didn't pay. And one of the things that they do in Florida is called the FDCPA and the FCCPA. So when people are involved in debt collection, especially if they're a corporation, that's the type of terms that they look for. And I told them we need to create a video explaining to people what is the FDCPA, which is the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Right? So we did that video. It's a how-to. This is what it is. And this is what the result is. The first result is debt collection is the FTC. That's a government agency. Them, the FDCCPA. That's not too shabby, right? That's a video. So someone's looking for that. The second result on Google is their video. So in other words, be useful. Provide useful information. This is really what it's about. So let's move right along and go into framing and lighting, because I think that's important. Now you've got the context and everything when you're shooting videos. First, the headspace. When you're shooting someone, you're doing an interview style, or the person is talking, remember of this grid, the 2/3, 1/3. That you place the individual on the frame on the 2/3 side and just keep 1/3 empty. That's what we're visually used to. The reason why we're visually used to that, because this is what we're seeing on TV. Start to look at it on TV and a lot of commercial. This is the framing. So if you use that as opposed to putting the person right in the center, what I see the biggest mistake is people put the head right in the middle square. Right? Just put the person right there and put the eyes right above the grid. And if you want to create a little bit more of an intimate feel, get closer, what we connect with is the eyes. We don't connect with the whole body or anything. It's the eyes that connects with people. So just make sure you have the eyes, looking at the camera, and this is what people are going to stay engaged with. Right? And now, if you're actually using the 2/3 and 1/3, you have room for text. You can add some words, you can have a phone number, you can add whatever you need to add. You can add a logo of a brand that you're talking about. Now, when you're doing an interview style where the person is talking off the camera, I see sometimes those shot, right? So if you have the person all the way to the left, we're not sure what they're looking at. So that's not the way to go. The way to go is to actually have it here. Now, do you see the difference? Like we have now an empty, so we don't know what that person is looking at, but it actually works visually. So just that's a quick tip. So if you're doing an interview style, because a lot of time people are not comfortable talking to the camera. So they would rather talk to someone off the camera because it's, they just get frozen by the lens. So just, have them talking to someone, but just remember that rule. Now lighting, if you're going to do outdoors shooting videos, remember that sunset and sunrise is the time to do it. Yes, that does mean that you're going to have to wake up early in the morning. 7 o'clock, when the sun rises is the best lighting, or late at night at the end of the day, your eyes are red, you're fried, so do it early in the morning, that's the best lighting. Never do it at noon. At noon is awful. You're going to have shades underneath your eyes, your nose, your neck. It's not good, plus it's hot, it's just not good. So sunset and sunrise. That's not enough light, obviously, right? And the difference here is that you have a little bit more light here, but what doesn't work is you still have a lot of shade underneath the neck, and then the eyes are a little bit dark. So you want to make sure you get this kind of lighting. Again, remember the eyes. This is what we're going to look at. Even though the lighting is not perfect, you see the difference between one and the other. It's just all of a sudden we got the eyes nicely lit. There's not a lot of shade underneath the neck. So when you're looking at your shot, just make sure that it looks like that. By the way, you can buy very expensive lights. The first time that I actually started that 4 years ago, I looked at some photography lights, and then the lights were like $1,500. I was like, $1,500 for professional lights? I'm like, are you serious? I went to Home Depot and I bought the construction floodlights, for $40, and I put it. You got to be careful, because if you too close to you, you get a tan after 30 seconds. So I had to put it away, but it lit the room, and the thing was $79. So it just gets yourself, you can go to Home Depot, buy some good lighting. Just make sure you put it underneath on the side so you have plenty of light in the room if you're going to do it indoors. So how to grow and promote your videos. Once you have your videos done, you've done them right, you've rehearsed and everything, so you're ready to go. So the first one is obviously YouTube. Sometimes people will say, well, can I put that on Vimeo or Wistia? I don't know if you've ever heard any of those, but where should I put my videos? In my opinion, they should pretty much all of them go on YouTube. Simply because YouTube is the second largest engine in the world. Right, this is where people are looking for your stuff, right? So this is where I would put my video. I would put video on Vimeo or Wistia if they need to be private, right? If you just need to send it to a client, this is a personal video for them, or it's a training video, then that's appropriate. But ultimately, this is where people are going to be finding you. Obviously, Facebook. Facebook is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. I know they've been in the news, but this is our demographic. This is where the vast majority of people that are going to be buying your services are on. They're not really on Instagram or on Twitter or on any of these things. They're predominantly on Facebook, and I would upload my video directly on Facebook, and then you can target them to people that are more likely to buy your services. Obviously, LinkedIn is a great source. You can upload your videos directly to LinkedIn. This is a place that a lot of people step over. There's a limit on LinkedIn. It's limited to 10 minutes. The CEO of LinkedIn said that if you cannot have a video produced in 10 minutes or less, it's just too long. So he made that call. So it's a 10-minute cap. And obviously in your email marketing, if you are doing email marketing, we're seeing a lot of people that are starting to use that simply for the same thing as the gentleman was talking about. How many of us is receiving way too many emails every day? Right, we're getting newsletters and you're like, yeah, okay, skip. But if there is one that comes in and has a video, you'll have a better chance of clicking on it and just let me see what this is about. It's just going to be, it's easier to consume. If you're giving me, I know people that love reading books or just hate me for that. But, if I give you a 1,000-word document or a 3-minute video, chances are you're going to pick the 3-minute video. Right? There's no contest. Right? So put a video in your email. This is Jody. She's a business coach. She puts that. Very little text at the top. Just, a little bit about this, and then click on the video and watch it. That's really a great way to promote your video. So same thing with your database. Just send them videos that you've produced. Now, a few editing tips, and we're getting towards the end here. One of the things to remember is 85% of the videos on Facebook are watched without sound. 85% of videos on Facebook are watched without sound. I know some of you have been watching a video while I've been talking here the whole time. You're just there, right? So I know it's happening, right? Or people do it in the bus, or they're, sometime I'm in bed, my wife is next to me, she's doing something, I don't want to disturb her, so I'll watch a video, but I'm not putting the sound on, right? Or someone's watching TV and everything. So what's super important is to make sure you have caption. Now the good news is YouTube and Facebook will add caption to your videos for you automatically. There's a feature, so you have to click on that feature and say, please add caption. And 95% of it is accurate. Except if you're like me, you have an accent that just butchers words for some reason. It says, I didn't say that. Well, that's what it heard, right? So you have to correct few words. If you're from New York or if you're from the South, you have an accent, and it'll pick up a word the wrong way, but it'll give you 95% of it is done. And it puts the text in the right spot and everything, right? Have an intro and an outro. There is no reason why you should have an intro or an outro on all your videos, because this was done for Zabisky Paint. Normally in the presentation I have it played for you, so it just goes a little, the logo appears and the website appears. Lasts 8 seconds, but it just adds a little bit of professionalism to your video. And there's a website called Fiverr. Who knows Fiverr? Everybody knows Fiverr, right? Go to Fiverr.com. And for about 25 to 50 bucks, you'll be able to buy yourself a professionally done outro or intro. I have some professional video editors in my office, and I ask them, how long would it take you for you to create one like Zabriskie? And they're like, probably 4 or 5 hours. So as a business owner, I can do, have one of my video editors for 5 hours doing this, or buy one for 25 bucks. Which one do you think I pick? The $25. Fiverr. So it's 5 and 2 R's.com. 5 and 2 R's.com. You can do all kinds of stuff, by the way. We go to Fiverr for quite a bit of things for what we need, because it's again, I can have a graphic designer or a video editor do that, but sometimes the economy of scale, it's just, I'm not going to produce a much better result, having someone spend 5 hours on it, at a cost of close to $100 an hour. It makes no sense. YouTube, youtube.com/audio library. Add a little bit of soundtrack to your videos. Tons of them, all free download. Hundreds and hundreds of soundtrack. Just click on that, download them, add them to your video. It's very easy. I'm going to show you a couple of video editing tools to add a little bit of sound. Don't have the sound too much, but a little bit of music in the background just changed everything. The right lighting, the right framing, and now you have a little bit of music in the background, and people say, wow, this guy's good. It's best to use those, because then you're just really running no chance of being blocked, right? And obviously what you do at the end of your videos is add credit. So oftentimes people skip on that. Just put a credit. If there is a machine, if you're on location, if just say who's on the video, who's shooting the video. Like, just put that. It's just few words at the end of the video, lasts 6-7 seconds, and at least it gives credit for everybody that's actually involved with that shoot. So if you ever have any problem, you can say, listen, I'm giving credit to anyone. I'm not trying to pretend this is my machine or this is anything, like you protecting yourself. This is where you have credit, by the way, in the end of movies. It's just for, intellectual property. So if you put all the credits, you basically are covered, right? Now, editing, Final Cut Pro is great if you're on a Mac. If you have a Mac, this is the way to go. So what Final Cut Pro is iMovie on steroids. It's actually, you have to pay for it. It's about $300. That's what Final Cut Pro, you can produce all your movies, all your videos with iMovie. iMovie is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Right? It's a perfectly legitimate tool. You can add music, you can add text, you can add an intro, you can do everything you need to do with iMovie, which is free on all the Mac. But if you want to elevate the game and have a little bit more feature, then Final Cut Pro is the way to go. And if you are a PC, then Camtasia. Camtasia is a great tool. It even gives you the ability to do a webcast, which is record your screen as you're speaking over it, which is what the gentleman in the back was talking. So if you're talking to someone, by the way, you're reviewing their contract. If you have a webcam, you could actually add yourself and saying, hey, I'm looking over your agreement and your contract. This is what you need to look for. You want to show them the specs on the machine or a job. You could actually do a recording. And again, the impact on the other side would be like, oh, wow, that's different. See, it's not an email anymore. It's actually, I'm talking to you. You just have your video in the bottom right-hand corner, and then you have the screen you're recording both at the same time, and it looks really, really sharp. Elevates your game. Now, a little bit of a reality check here with video marketing. It's about an hour of editing per 1 minute of video. Right, so if you're doing 1 minute video, it's an hour of editing. So let's do quick math here. If it's a 3-hour video, 3-minute video, it's 3 hours of editing. Right, so a lot of time people are surprised by video marketing. They're like, wow, it's very time consuming. Yes, it is. Right, and I know that, I'm going to tell you that the vast majority of kids in the 8, he's telling me 8 minutes here that I'm saying 8. In the, I would say 15 to 25 year old range will know exactly how to do those videos. You could, hire an intern, or, I would say the younger generation will have no problem editing videos for you. So it's time consuming. What you can do is actually the recording. That's, you have to do it yourself or have a professional do it for you. But the editing, this is where you're going to be spending a lot of your time. You need to know that, right? Because if you want to do it, then you need to be aware of that. It's going to take some time. So let's recap. There's a good news. And the good news is that you are a media company. And for about $150, you can get started this week. You don't need to spend a fortune. How-to videos is what we want to consume. We can't get enough of how-to videos. And the FAQs is great for sales. These will improve your bottom line without a doubt. AnswerThePublic.com will give you all the how-to you need to have and the what and the why, but they'll be all there, more than you can shoot in your lifetime. You go to YouTube and just figure out who do you need to beat, who your competition is. Remember the APP method? Agree, promise, preview. Remember to ask people to like and subscribe and share your videos. If you don't, they're not going to do it. Remember the 2/3, 1/3 frame? Remember that a minute video is equal an hour of editing, and the time to get started is now, or your competition is going to do it and they're going to leave you behind. Thank you. That was it. Now, if you want to connect with me, obviously I'm on YouTube, youtube.com/adupont9999. I post videos that are educational to help you grow your business. And you could also connect with me on facebook.com at facebook.com/Antoine Dupont Speaker.